Hey, good Monday morning. I wanted to give you a quick midday update. We're coming in at about 11:35 a.m. Continuing to track what we call a meso-low, an area of low pressure. It's a small area of low pressure making its way through parts of southern Missouri. We've seen a bit of an uptick in the amount of storms that have developed out ahead of this, really over the last hour or two, primarily through the Missouri Boot Heel and now starting to cross the Mississippi River into far southern Illinois. Parts of western Kentucky. Overall, we still think that the risk for severe weather today is likely on the low side, but you'll notice that maybe over the last hour or so, this little line of storms has developed. It's moved across the Missouri Boot Heel. There's a fair amount of thunder and lightning in it, and in addition to that, there's just a ton of very, very heavy rain. If you get caught in some of these pockets of rain, it is really going to put down some wet weather for at least 30 minutes, maybe up to an hour or so. We could see some localized flooding issues develop as this continues. I want to show you, though, in particular, that farther to the north, the chance for any of these stronger storms is a little lower. We're seeing widespread rain move in from the west. That will continue through a good part of the afternoon, and really it's setting the stage for what we think is likely just going to be a pretty wet afternoon here on Monday. So make sure you've got the umbrella handy. For many, this is going to be a good soaking rain as well. But notice where really I've highlighted here, far southeastern Illinois, anywhere from, say, the Missouri Boot Heel now into western Kentucky, northwest Tennessee. That's where we anticipate the strongest storms to push. And I still think, again, the risk for severe weather overall is low, but we could see a warning or two, especially here through the mid to late afternoon hours. But as this moves eastward, then we will again see some widespread rain move in. So just a pretty wet afternoon here on a Monday. Of course, the Storm Prediction Center latest update came in about 5 minutes ago, highlighting those areas kind of where we were too, southeastern Illinois, western Kentucky, northwest Tennessee, the chance there of seeing an isolated strong storm or two. Main threats with any strong storms, if we see a strong storm develop this afternoon, would be strong straight line winds, possibly a downburst or two. The tornado threat today is very low, but we could see some hail, possibly nickel to quarter sized in some of the strongest cells. And of course, in addition to that, flooding is a concern. Again, localized flooding is a concern. And this map's showing not very much, but we know that some areas are already picking up more than an inch of rain, and it is likely going to remain scattered about. So one of those days where some may see some really heavy rainfall, likely into the Missouri Boot Heel, far southeastern Illinois, western Kentucky. Rainfall amounts get a little lower to the north, but if you get caught in these pockets of rain, you're talking about reduced visibility, some ponding, some localized flooding. We've got you covered here on News 3. We'll continue to keep you up to date through the rest of the afternoon. Meteorologist J.C. Brianne's going to be here in just a bit, and she'll have the latest update as well coming up through the afternoon hours. Thanks for joining us this morning.